Good morning, my beautiful friends. I wanted to talk today a little bit about giving and receiving. I am sure many of you have heard it as you get what you give. However, getting and receiving are two very different things. In this physical world, we have been driven as a society by a scarcity mindset, a lack of, and that really promotes an attitude of competition and greed as opposed to generosity. And in the energetic world, we receive what we give. I'm sure you're familiar with the Bible verse that's as you give, so you will receive. And the simple intention that we have for others is an energetic force, and like attracts like. And so what we put out, we are bound to give. And that might be hard to change that shift of perspective when we have been living in the physical world, and it's very obvious that if I give you something, I no longer have it. But as well as existing in a physical world, we very much live in an energetic world, and the physical is made up of energy. And I just wanted to share that thought today, and maybe some ways in how we can shift our perspective on receiving and giving from an energetic aspect. So just like there's that cyclical event that happens when we think from a fear mindset or of lack, there's also one of energy. When we think of the abundance we have, it makes us more willing to be generous. And the more generous we are, the more we actually see that we have. And that cycle is perpetual, and that's the exchange of energy, the attraction. And sometimes when we're living through a situation like we are now, where the vast majority of us in some way or another are feeling a sense of lack, a sense of limited funds, it might be hard to conjure that feeling or that energy of abundance. And so I thought today I would just share a few pointers on how we can maybe start to elevate our energy so that we feel abundant and we can show up for others, and in turn show up as we show up for a community, we are also strengthened. So one of the ways we can increase our abundance mindset and our generosity mindset is to actually meditate on abundance and plenty. And as we bring that into our mindset and our energetic field, we will automatically experience it in the physical because it will change our vibration. In doing so, we can also do things like a gratitude list or a gratitude journal, and to set aside time each day to write down maybe 5 things that we are grateful for, and each day look for 5 different things. And as we start this practice, we might find it difficult in the beginning, but the more regularly you do it, the more things you will find to be grateful for. Also, to look for ways to be generous and to ask the universe for opportunities and be aware of what's being presented to us in order to give. Because when we do give, that increases our own personal joy and the cycle continues. In addition, while we are feeling lack, it might be hard to just jump to that place of abundance and to maybe break that cycle by indulging in something for us. And it doesn't need to be exorbitant. Maybe it's a bar of really fine chocolate. Maybe it's a bottle of bubble bath that costs a little bit more than you really would normally do, but it makes you feel good. Or it's that tool that you've been wanting and you need. And these are just simple ways that can break that mental aspect that we have on being limited and can really help elevate our energy to the point where we feel abundant. So again, just a simple rambling from Marty, something to think about. And before I go, I want to give a shout out to Nikki and his grandfather for sending me this scarf. And until we talk next time, please stay hydrated, well nourished, and well rested.